Well, guys, can you make it as a delivery driver in a city? I'm in the Washington, D.C. area, and I've been doing delivery full-time for April for a challenge called April Behind Bars. This was Wilser's challenge that he put forth, so I decided to do it. I'm actually not doing too well. Sometimes I take like half a day off, and I've been doing Monday through Saturday, and I'm going to show you in a minute how much money I've been making. We're in the third week, and it's a Tuesday. I haven't started yet. I am actually looking forward to it. I'm having a lot of fun, and I love riding, and I'm meeting lots of people that are on scooters doing it as well, and they are making a lot of money because this is week one. And as you can tell, Monday I started, and then Tuesday I gave up. I had some things happen. I was not getting good offers, and I just kind of quit. On Wednesday, I made $152. My effort was really to get $100 to $152 per day. That way, I wouldn't have to really like work too many hours on a Friday. Fridays are super busy, and I found one of the things in this area that is incredible is that if you go to the University of Maryland, set up there, and you're basically taking food from the strip to the university, $10, and you just keep going back and forth. It goes until the 2, 4 in the morning, and it's crazy there, and I wish I recorded it for you guys because that was kind of crazy. It was awesome. So basically, for the first week of April Behind Bars, this is how much I made. Made $1,100 for that. But remember, you're still paying taxes on that, and you are working much more than a regular person. You are using gas, you're paying for your own insurance. Most guys that do it on a scooter do not have insurance, but you have a whole lot more expenses, and you need to keep track of the mileage because all of this will be tax deductible. And I mean, if you're making $1,100, $1,500, whatever, you are paying taxes. So you're not really making $1,000. You know, Uncle Sam's going to have some of it taken out. Now, let me show you the second week. This one I did a little bit better. And second week, April 8 to April 15, I made on Uber Eats $981. And I did work Friday. This one I worked until like 3 in the morning. I don't recommend it. You guys should stick to 9 in the morning to 9 p.m. because after 9 p.m. there's a lot of drunks on the road. I'll tell you one specific example. I was picking up like Papa John's, and I was about to make a left turn when a big truck, you know, I guess showboating, decided to pass on the double yellow in a major highway just as I was turning left. And it's incredibly dangerous. If you do it, use a reflective vest, you know, but I don't recommend it. I made $416, so let's add that up. So I made a total of $1,397, about $1,400 for the second week. And we are on the third week. So the third week, I am not off to a good start. And I am working a lot of hours, and most of the weeks I'm doing like 60-something hours. And I'm absolutely fine. I love it. But you have to keep in mind, it sounds good. It sounds like you're making like $60,000, and if you pay taxes, that's going to be like $40,000. And then I already need a new rear tire for my PCX. Also, I went from 13,000 miles to close to 19,000 miles in just like a month. So you're stacking a lot of miles on a scooter, and that scooter is going to be worth very little money in a very short amount of time. So you have depreciation hits. But also, I've learned that a lot of the guys that do it, first of all, they're completely illegal when it comes to riding scooters. No plates, no registration, no insurance, no social security, and that's why they're doing this. And they are hustlers. I mean, they are hardworking. They get all the good deliveries. They work hard. I mean, I see them at all sorts of time of the night. And a lot of them from Venezuela, I do ask them, and a lot of guys, they're making like $300, $400 per day. So, and some of them have actually showed me how much they make. So these guys are working pretty hard, and it is a dangerous job. At the end of the day, if you're making like $400, you're approaching like $100,000 take home at the end of the year, if you can sustain that. Because a lot of these guys are running red lights, they are kind of going through like bike lanes and all of that. So it's going to lead to an accident, I think. But these guys are great riders. I've seen a lot of them. They're really good. And they go into areas where most of the delivery guys stay away from, like Northeast DC, Southeast DC. It used to be a time when I was the only scooter rider in Washington, DC. I would go in and I would park, hardly any scooters, maybe one, maybe two. And now, if you go to downtown DC, there are thousands of these unlicensed scooters, and the way they're doing it is they are renting the Doordash accounts. And you'll see this on Facebook, ads for a Luger or whatever, rent a Doordash account. They rent it for about $500 per month, so they have to cover that cost because the owner of the account has to pay taxes because it's using their Social Security. So they're renting the accounts, they're usually renting a motorcycle or they're paying monthly for it. But like they told me, like they are making so much money, it doesn't matter, they'll just buy whatever. And it's kind of incredible. It's, you know, we've seen an influx of hardcore riders that have ridden throughout the entire winter. And previously, all the scooter gang here, they're all getting like these $10,000 Vespas and barely riding. So all of a sudden now, drivers are getting used to how scooters actually behave in other countries. So when you're filtering, they don't mind as much. So it's kind of incredible that, yeah, sure, it kind of messes up the economy, but at the same time, if you're just a rider like me, it kind of helps out the culture. April behind bars, I've only made $87 and maybe $20 from DoorDash, so I'm like 100 something. So that's my goal, at least to like just get to $100 per day. And of course, I did manage to buy a lift. You can tell the T-Max on the lift, it's got some issues. I am selling it, but I can't sell it the way it is right now. For some reason, you know, I haven't ridden it. The only bike I've really ridden is a PCX. That bike is brilliant. This one, I wouldn't recommend to use for DoorDash. It is just a cool bike. But the front wheel bearings are making noise because it's sat for a while. So I'm going to replace those, and I'm going to replace the fork seals. The PCX, I don't know. The seating, everything is great. And you see I got my big pack on here. And by the way, if you're doing this, get this big pack. This thing has saved me so many times. When you have one of those smaller packs, even if you go to just McDonald's to get one single delivery, the bags are so big, it's kind of like hard to cram things in there. But this packer bag, this is what you want. This thing you never have to worry about if you have enough space. It really is good. So that's pretty much what the first few weeks of April behind bars have been. It's been hectic. I've been working long hours, and I plan on doing some more maintenance on this when I have time. But right now, I'm just like in hustle mode, trying to get that money. And hopefully you guys enjoyed some of these videos. Stay tuned. I will be doing more videos on different motorcycles, and I'll be doing some maintenance on this as well. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.